And it's so much more than just the classes. You meet so many people, and like, it's just an experience that I would like other people to have.
Today we're going to talk to student Amy Chavez. Amy is a member of our Dual Enrollment program at Alvin High School, and she's going to talk about being in the program and how it benefits her as she pursues her education. First of all, tell me a little bit about yourself.
I'm 16 years old at Alvin High School and Alvin Community College. I'm the oldest sibling out of 3.
So you enrolled in Dual Enrollment. Why did you decide to pursue Dual Enrollment? Because that's a lot of work. I think you had said something before too about how you're basically a year-round student. So most students wouldn't sign up for that. So why did you decide to sign up for that?
Well, from the beginning, I was like, I want to do this. It seems easy enough. I get college credit, I get high school credit, and my mom always said, you're so smart, just do it. So that's kind of been taking me through everything, just doing it. And then do it, and you see how it goes, and if it doesn't go good, you push harder, and then you finish it. So I've kind of just been doing that, and then I decided, okay, I like the format. I like how I can go back.
So you did like one semester, and then
I did the summer semester, 2 summer courses, and then I liked it, so I decided to keep doing it, and then here I am.
All right. So you're going to be graduating, I guess, like in May or next year?
May.
So why did you want to do that? I mean, again, a lot of people would say, well, college is after high school, and, why did you want to get a jump start on it?
Mostly because of my dad, because I want to become a doctor.
Really?
And so his main thing was, it's going to take 12 years, and I thought, well, I could do this, knock a couple years off, maybe he'll be more open to the idea. And then he's seen how I handled this, and he was like, okay, well, maybe you'll do good in medical school.
See, being a dual degree student it's hard work. I mean, and so do you take summer classes in addition to going or taking the dual enrollment during the year? Yes,
I take pretty much all year round dual enrollment classes and high school classes.
So how did you find out about it?
In 8th grade, whenever we were picking our courses for high school, a counselor told me about it, and she gave me a paper, and I didn't really know much about it, but I knew college. All I saw was college, and I was like, that seems fun, seems like me. I chose that, and I chose some AP classes, and then virtual my 9th grade year. So I didn't really have like that format. So
that was right when COVID hit. Was your freshman year?
That
was rough.
To freshman year. So a lot of it was online, and I was like, I prefer that because I'm an introvert. I liked it a lot better because I got all my work done, and then everything was easy. After that, kind of got a little harder because I had to actually talk and associate with people.
Was it an adjustment coming back to class and having to do like college level work face to face?
It was different for sure. I took a speech class and a communications class, and
I'll bet you really loved doing that, didn't you?
Actually, I liked the topic part, I liked the research part, but talking part not so much. But I ended up doing it pretty good, and she actually recommended me to go into public speaking, and I was like, no.
Did you see that coming at all?
Well, my dad always says I should be in debate. I argue a lot because I want to prove my point, and I use a lot of facts to back it up. So he's like, you should go into debate. And then she told me, you would be a good public speaker. And my dad was like, you would. And I can't.
So you said you want to become a physician. So why did you want to be a physician?
It's just something I've always wanted. My mom always tells me how when I was younger, I would say, oh, I want to be a doctor. I want to be a doctor. And she can't wait till I become a doctor because she has a video of me somewhere on my kindergarten graduation for career day. They were like, what do you want to be when you grow up? And she was like, everyone was like, I want to be a princess. I want to be a firefighter. And she was like, you said, I want to be a doctor. And no one else had that. No one else was thinking 24 years in advance. But you were. And so she was like, you just stuck with it. And that's just something I've always wanted. I always wanted to help people. And just pretty much I've held on to it my whole life.
So what branch of medicine are you looking to go into?
I want to go into Be an obstetrician gynecologist.
Okay. So why that field?
I often hear so many like women and their horrible birthing stories, especially with social media and how rude they're treated sometimes and like bad experiences. And I just thought that was not fair. I think the idea of life and women giving birth and all of that, it's just, they handle so much. And to go through that, I know my mom had a different experience from my aunt. My aunt had a traumatic experience.
Yeah.
She lost twins, her first pregnancy. And then my mom had all 3 of my siblings cesarean. So she kind of feels like misplaced almost, kind of in the birthing room. I was like, you should not feel that. You still had to give birth to us.
So what do you kind of hope to do then, being the OBGYN? Like, how do you hope to, I guess, represent the field?
I just hope to give women the care that they deserve for going through all that. I hope to go through it with them and show that I'm here and I understand, and just give them the best care that they deserve, because so many people are mistreated.
So have you done a lot of research, though, about like the infant mortality rate?
A recent thing that I did was I had to write a little essay about my birthing story. And I looked up the survival rate of premature 30-week babies. I was born at 30 weeks. I was a premature baby. And so I was talking about the survival, and my mom was like, I don't think I remember. So I looked it up, and it was 99%. And I told my mom, and she's like, that was not right. She's like, well, 16 years ago, they pretty much told us to give up. And I was like, they told you to give up? And she was like, yeah. Well, she had HELP syndrome. Pretty much, I was not liking her body. She was not liking mine. And pretty much it was me or her. She decided to have me. My dad stayed with her through it. And she pretty much made the decision to keep me here, keep me alive. So I thank her for that.
So once you finish here in May, because you're going to get your degree before you get your diploma, I'm sure they tell you that,
Yes.
right? So when you finish, where do you kind of hope to go next?
Well, I definitely want to go to college to get my bachelor's in biology, most likely. And I'm actually having a struggle picking a college right now. My parents' main thing is money. My main thing is the education and also the money, because I do spend a lot of money towards my degrees in high school and stuff. So I kind of want to combine education and money, and I'm just really having a hard time choosing, because there's these bigger schools like A&M, UT, but then there's also smaller schools like U of HCL, and I recently toured them, and so I was like, okay, this may be a solid option.
How do you feel that dual enrollment has helped you kind of get on this way? I mean, more than just it's helped you like get a head start and it's helped you financially. As an education, though, how do you feel like this has helped you towards achieving your goal?
It definitely opened my eyes to what the difference between college and high school. High school is kind of like, it really is like kind of holding your hand, like they say. In college, you're more off on your own, less direction. You pretty much...
It's up to you to do your...
Yeah.
To get your education, more or less.
They don't force you to do anything. You don't show up, you get counted absent, you don't do the work, you don't do the assignments. They're just like, okay. It's not like you can turn it in late. There's no late work. There's no retakes. And it's just, it's kind of a mature thing. It makes you mature a little bit faster, I think, because I'm at home doing work while my friends, and they're like, you want to go do this? I'm like, I can't. I got homework first. It's just taught me a lot of life skills as well, like multitasking, handling so many things, so many assignments from different classes, and just life in general.
Have your parents been really supportive every step of the way? I mean, it seemed like your dad seemed kind of like, we'll see how this works. And so how does he feel about it now?
Let's just say I made them very proud. Because before I came here, my mom texted me and she was like, good luck. I'm so proud of you. I love you. She was just freaking out. And my dad, he didn't say nothing. Because I know if he would have said something, he probably would have cried, and he probably would have made me cry.
Oh.
They work so hard. They only got high school diplomas, and they tell me that every day how they've built this really good life with high school diplomas. And with the smarts I have and what the opportunities they've given me to do more than them. And I just try to achieve that every day because they inspire me so much.
If there was a student out there who was on the fence about doing dual enrollment or just, waiting until they graduate, and they came up to you and said, hey, what should I do? What would you tell them?
I would say to take dual enrollment classes if you think you can really benefit of it. If you're willing to think ahead and sacrifice some of that normalness, I guess, I'm okay with that. I got a head start. I have a lot of knowledge, which I'd like to share with the world, and I just try to push that onto everyone, that it's okay to be weird, it's okay to be out of the normal, as long as you know it's for the benefit of you.
So you feel like it's an opportunity? You feel like this is something that...
It's definitely opportunity. I have learned so much, especially with the general studies. You take an array of classes. There's so much variety. You really figure out what you're good at, what you're not good at, what you need to work on. And it's so much more than just the classes. You meet so many people, and it's just an experience that I would like other people to have if they knew about it.
Well, thank you for coming to talk to me today. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Thank you for listening. To read about these stories and more, visit alvincollege.edu.